today. Let's find it. I keep clicking all the buttons just to make sure they all work. There we go. Join the match. Yes, yes. Excellent. This is exquisitely delightful. How I wish to be good. Yes, yes. Just gotta put out our advertisements on Discord. All right, folks. We've got an exciting match today. Our game of the week, nevertheless, a game. It'll be fun. We've got the Daddy Dads versus the Go-Goers. We have not broadcasted Team Go-Go yet, so this will be fun. They've got some cool players. Not live yet on our match. We got about 7 minutes left, so... Sliderman 15 with the subscription. What? Thank you so much. Did that play? I don't think that played. Let's play it for you again. Because we actually got a new subscription notification button. Sliderman15, thank you so much. And you followed. You actually, it says here that you subscribed first and then followed. So that's cool. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Did it play though? I don't think it played the sound effect because I made a new sound effect and I didn't hear it. So let's do it again. Let's replay this thing. First the follow. There it is. But then the big sub. Oh, it didn't work. Come on. Yes! It's beautiful. Let's do it again. Sliderman 15. I love it. That works so well. Thank you so much. Okay, so we've got an exciting match with that in mind too. This is going to be amazing. We got the big boost of energy to start us off. So, yeah, I'm going to be right back. We'll get this thing rolling. Just want to start the stream so everyone can jump in. So let me go to a break and I'll be right back. All right, folks, let's do this thing. The game. I don't know. Do you want me in front of it? I don't mind. Kind of spice it up a little bit. Oh, what? We got another one. Dude, it's the bird. I just updated that last night. I added that and I made my own sound effect for it too. Oh my gosh. Thank you so I just want to play it again because it's so much fun. I love it so much. Thank you so much. J Tostitos, you're awesome, man. That's 2 subs. We just started this stream. This is so cool. I know. I love the bird too. It works out really well. So we've got the match. Let's see. We got about 3 more minutes before it starts. Oh, it's actually open, so we're going to hop in here. think, let's see, where do we have the chat on this one? Oh, it's actually above us, so that makes sense. Sure, we can keep it there. But hey, how are you guys doing? How is everyone? It's currently 90 some degrees here on the West Coast. Got a huge heat wave coming in this weekend. And you can tell because it's here on Champions Field, it looks quite warm as well. But we've got two teams today. Space Elvis, Nito Lurk. Hey man, glad you can make it in. So let me tell you about these teams. Thank you for the view. I really appreciate that, Space Elvis. Anything helps. All the support is definitely wanted. So here we go. We've got these two teams. Obviously, I'm putting in their record. Starting to put in their record in the title, so you can see that.
Welcome. Pay close attention. Hopefully, you'll learn something.
Good old Alarak from StarCraft 2 with that sound effect. Hey, Shadow Fox, welcome, man. You are right on time. We have 11 viewers already. I'm gonna turn the view count off so I don't get scared, because I will. I'll get a little scared. But this is good. This is gonna be fun. So let me tell you guys about these teams. Of course, you know the dads. We've streamed every single match that they've played thus far. What do you got? You have Mason Your Face and Ostino J. Ostino J12. So you know them. Jordan being kind of the one. He has the most shots, at least top 3, top 2 most shots in the league right now, and I think that also counts goals. I think looks like he's 3rd right now in goals. So that's pretty cool. Then Mason Your Face, really good supporter, but he also knows how to take the offensive, take on the rock, put it in his hands, or wheels rather, in this case. He's pretty good on offense. He's a pretty good amount of saves too. Yeah, I'm excited for this match too. We haven't streamed Go-Go. We're about to go into there. After we talk about Ostino being a really good defender, getting those passes to his team upfield. He has 16 assists. That is quite a bit in this league right now. I think he's top 5 in assists. So now let's take a look at Team Go-Go. I think they're mostly from Colorado-based team. We've got Lick Da Dust 24, Snowboarding 411, and Professor PL. I wonder what PL or PI stands for. Professor Place? Professor Pie? Not sure, but Professor PL, the professor of Rocket League, he has 35 goals, 78 shots. I didn't even know that 78 shots were taken in, like, some teams. I don't think they have 78 shots taken. So he definitely has the most shots in this game. This will be fun to watch him, see what he can do. Looks like he's definitely the one. He's the one to watch for sure. I wonder what rank he is. It looks like we're loading in right now, but yeah, let's talk about these guys in game here. Do you want the face cam on or off, guys? Let me know in the chat. If you want full screen action, cool. If you want reactions, let me know. Alright, so let's talk about these players. Lick the Dust, this is the guy for Team Go-Go. Looks like they're white for this match. Ooh, and a shot already for Hortigotcha. We got Snowboarding 411, and let me talk about this guy. These two guys that we just talked about. Lick the Dust has 9 saves, so he's mostly the 3 for this team. Does a lot of defense, and then Snowboarding, he's kind of the number 2. He has the most assists for his team as well. So, and then Professor Pie rocking the Supra. I think it's a Supra, maybe. I'm kind of dumb when it comes to cars, but yeah, that's a nice car. I like that. So we've got that team for Team Go-Go. For the dads, of course, Hortigotcha, Mason Your Face, and Ostino J. Let's see what these guys can do. We got a fun match ahead of us. Alright, there we go. Yeah, the GTR. Oh, that's a Skyline. I'm so done. That was Supra. It's a Skyline. It's pretty dope. Look at that Skyline. That is awesome. You'd love to see a car like that. Mason Your Face gonna go up for this one off the corner. Let's see what Snowboarding and Professor of Rocket League, what they can do. Hortigotcha gonna pick it right up though. before that play can even go into the territory of the dads. Now this ball's centered, but snowboarding with a really good challenge there right in front of the net there. Like the Dust gonna go for his own center. Didn't really get too far. We got a pretty good defensive brick wall right now for the dads. Wonder if they went to Home Depot to construct it. All right, this ball's getting cleared out by Ostino, snowboarding there with a good challenge right there in the midfield. Mace's turn. He kind of misses the clear, but it still works out. He follows through. I just read that all the old DLC will be there for free to play. Oh, well, you can buy it. Yeah, this summer they're going to bring back all the old cars. Like whether they've got Kit, the DeLorean, and everything else that was on Steam, the DLC stuff. So that'll be fun to see all that come back. I'm kind of bummed because I had the DeLorean and I wanted to be like special and have the DeLorean. You know, nobody else had it because I never see people rock the DeLorean. It's funny, but oh well. It's a money-driven industry, so. Mace in your face gonna bounce this one off the corner. Ostino going up for it. Let's see if he follows through. Not exactly. This ball is gonna fall down on the side of Team Go-Go. It's centered. Need to clear, lick the dust. A good clear, but it gets demoed shortly after. Mace in your face whipping it off the wall. So does Ostino. That leaves Professor PL to make some magic happen. He goes for the shot, gets a good bump, but it goes off the left post. And he gets a demo. Kind of frustrated. Man, there's a lot of physicality going on. That's 2 demos. Bike flip for Professor, getting it past one defender. It's centered. Oh my goodness, snowboarding is going to collect that and push it straight into the net. Good for him. That was a lot. Really offensive prowess for the Professor. Flicked it over the top of the first defender to challenge him with a bicycle kick. And then he barely got it past the last defender to center it right past the post there. Great follow through for snowboarding 411. Right, got some bumps going on. Like I said, there's a lot of physicality going on between these two teams. Could be, you know, it's good. Demos are really good if they're timed correctly. If you're just chasing demos, you're gonna have a huge disadvantage. But a good timed demo can create a lot of great space for your team, whether you're on the offense or the defense. You can kill a play by being on defense and going for a demo, so the ball doesn't go forward anymore. And then when you're on the offense, you can demo a defender to try and make some more space to make something happen with the center. Back into the game. Professor's going to go up for this one. Gets a nice clean aerial. Keeps pushing it forward, but Mace going to contest it, pushing it back. We're playing volleyball right now, but this net is open for Professor, though. Barely keeping that one out of the hands of the dads. But it's going to go back. Barely missed that shot off the post for Hortigotcha. Professor PL is going to go for it. Following through pretty well. He's going to try and go for a little pass back to his team. Lick the Dust going to collect it, but not before Mace in your face gets it. And it's a shot on goal. Both of the Go-Goers whiff. What a save. I think snowboarding's the one that missed it, so. Yeah. Oh my goodness. That was close. That's too bad. Wow. Let's see here. This double commit for the dads on this. At least snowboarding some room and a lot of boost to try and push it forward. It's going to go off the corner here. Ostino kind of setting him up for a shot, but that gets saved by Horty. Nice. It's Horty now. Gets past the Professor. Good clear. We need a challenge here because it's not fully cleared yet. Good follow through. Professor Horty, though, in the center field, trying to get this one out. We got 8 seconds remaining for the Go-Goers to whip it. Is it pressure? They're cracking under it. It's up in the air. They've got some room here. Oh, they can't get to it second time. All right, so that's game 1. Very close. That was really close. So let's take a look at these stats. we see here so far, hey Legendary Con, we see here Ostino being pretty in the back here. He got a nice assist. So did Mason Your Face. He got a pretty good assist. On the side of Team Go-Go, we see Professor doing his work that he's statistically been known for. 2 shots, a save, and assist. Kind of a jack of all trades. Snowboarding being a pretty good offenser as well. He's got 2 shots and a goal. So we'll have to see what Lick the Dust and Ostino can do. Maybe they're still warming up a little bit, but we'll check it out. This will be fun. Pretty close game thus far, though. This series, man, 1-2. When is the last time we've streamed a 1-2 game? I don't remember. Let's take a look here. I'm gonna go back to the players. Team Go-Go. Okay, here we go. Game 2, Lick the Dust is AFK, leaving out, oh my gosh, we actually had 2 Go-Goers AFK. Ostino making the most of that error. Both him and Ortigachi actually. They pinch it. Oh, they're actually, looks like we have a reset going on. Could be a ping issue. Oh, we're gonna restart this one. But yeah, game 1 was exciting. I forgot to save the replay there, but we'll save one here soon to do some analysis and check out what the dads are doing really well that has led them to be undefeated. And if Go-Go, if they get this series victory, we'll be able to see what they can do, what they were able to do to stop these dads in their tracks. That'll be cool. But yeah, let's jump in. Let's see if this lobby's opened up again. There we go. We're joining West now. It's open again. Perfect. Thank you, Jordan. All right. Champions Field, like I said, it's actually 89 degrees now, partly sunny. And forecast is clear skies, as we can tell. We can see. Very warm. All right, let's jump into the match 2 here. Game 2 rather, not match 2. Game 2, game of the week. Lick the Dust gonna do a nice back pass to Professor. I like to see that kind of stuff, whether it was intentional or not. I love back passes. They are really good for resetting your everything and getting back into play, setting up a play. But this shot, Mason Your Face, going for that aerial. Nick Williams, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to our match of the week. Mason Your Face just gonna shoot this one over the top of a defender. Very close. Goes off the right post into the net. Nice stall here in the center. Snowboarding gonna pick this one up. He's got a little boost to work with, but Ortigachi has a lot more boost, and he's in a better position. Professor gonna try and stop this. He does get a really good delay on this offensive drive. Kind of funny. No pun intended for offensive drive since they're cars, but here we go. Ostino and Ortigachi trying to get it centered for Mace. Mace is back here. It's his turn. Teammates are rotating back like they should, giving Mace some room here. Ostino now, it's his time. He rotated forward. Now this is pretty much a dead play, but dads are gonna try and keep it in play. They need to be careful though. If they get if Team Go-Go, or white Team Go-Go, if they can get a full clear here, they're gonna be punished for leaving the net vulnerable. Almost get that clear. Now, let's see. Professor gets a pretty decent pinch. She's gonna keep it going though. Now we're in the territory of the dads. Ostino not having it though, being a good defensive man. He's gonna clear that, try to push it centered. Professor Rocket League. Professor Pi. Okay, so it is P-I. And that shot going off the crossbar and the post. Then both dads miss it. We have a wide open net on the side of the dads. Ortigachi getting a really good challenge though. All right, this net is vulnerable. Pretty good breakaway. It's only Ostino. Gets a flick, but it goes off the top right of the goal. So close for Team Go-Go. Professor Pi gets a good clear. Mace kind of does a nice little back pass, but we have a demo. Gets rid of Professor Pi. Pretty good call, killing that play. That leaves Professor Pi at the other side, ready to get this stop. Now it's snowboarding. What can he do? Gives it to Professor Pie. Professor Pie gives it back. Lick the Dust now going to take it. Mason in your face. Going to get that ball out of the way. See what Pie can do. He's going to do a nice little aerial flick. Going to try and follow through with some rocketing. It's snowboarding now. He wants something to happen here. It's centered. Not quite in front of the net though. Alright, now it's Mace. That's a bit of a center, but snowboarding doesn't have any boost to work with. This leaves Lick the Dust here to collect this ball to try and stop in midfield for his defense to get set up. That does leave Professor Pie. We had some more physicality going on. All three of the defenders missed. Professor Pie, though, there in the best position to get that one. Just barely over the heads of the dads. The ball's on the other side now. He's going to go for it. It's Pie. He goes for the shot. Bit wide. No one there to follow through. Lick the Dust pushing it. Center field. Ortigacha does go for a bit of a shot, but it goes to the corner instead. Mace in your face, off the crossbar, into the goal. Oh my goodness. That was an excellent shot for Mace. Expert, it does not get closer than that when it comes to shot selection. That was just barely off the corner of his car with just enough air to go off the crossbar into the net here. Mason Ray's going for another shot. Already got you there to follow up. Missing it. So does Ostino. This leaves the net wide open for the dads, and that is actually a miss. Team Go-Go. That's so heartbreaking. You gotta, it's almost like a free throw in basketball. You gotta make your open net shots. Professor Pie trying to make it, trying to keep it going. This is off the backboard here. Good challenge by Professor Pie. Already got you, missing it. Got some room and a demo to make some space. It's only one defender. It's Ostino, but he gets it. Good challenge. Professor Pie gonna get this one centered. It's open. Someone's got to go for it. And we have both the rest of Team Go-Go going for it. Go-Go, go for it, and that's what they did. Look at this. Lick the Dust and snowboarding. Waiting patiently and getting that shot. Hey, Crimson, welcome. You're not late at all, my man. We're in game 2 here of the dads versus the Go-Goers. Professor Pie and Lick the Dust shortly behind, like a little train, but that leaves the net vulnerable when you have a double commit like that. 30 seconds remain. Can we get a couple more goals for Team Go-Go? Unfortunately there, Professor Pie, the Pie of Rocket League. Small but relentless and infinite. I don't know what I'm saying, but I like watching Professor Pie. This is pretty good stuff for Go. Look at that. Barely missing it, but I really like the idea there. Going off the wall, going for the shot. This leaves Lick the Dust off the crossbar. Dads are going to collect this one. It's actually not cleared yet, so they're not going to be able to grab it. Hortigotcha kind of running into his own teammate there. Lick the Dust. This gives him some room. Can we get a shot? No, we cannot. 2 seconds remain. That's game 2 for the dads. Another pretty close game. It's always, it seems to be just the small mistakes, mostly rotational mistakes that Team Go-Go is making right now that are leading to these victories for the dads. We see a couple double commits. I'd love to see a little bit more rotating for Team Go-Go. I mean, I probably, the dads, they're very confident. They seem to leave the net open a ton, so we just need to see some bigger clears too. So we'll see if they'll be able to accomplish that. Where your dads are currently up in the series in the set 2-0. So let's see. I forgot to save that replay. Someone remind me to save the replay after game 3 here so we can do some analysis of how good the dads are doing, why they're doing it, and, well, I think we know why. They want to win. They're competitive, but we'll be able to see how they've been so strong in the season so far. Undefeated. One of the 3 undefeated teams remain. Lick the Dust. Gonna go for this shot, and it works. Just floats right over both of the defenders. Good for him. Look at that. Excellent shot. That angle doesn't get better than that, ladies and gentlemen. I love that. Just taking advantage. It really just need to get more shots on goal. More shots means more of an opportunity to get goals. Faustino and Horty both committing for that. Their defense is a bit lacking. We have a demo though, so Horty's going to be put back here. Faustino getting it out of his territory, going to push it downfield. It's centered. That shot is barely saved by the tail spoiler of Professor Pie. Nice in your face, going to try and go for the dribble. Great delay for Professor Pie. Lick the dust. Doing some nice twirls towards the ball. Doesn't actually connect with it though. This ball was barely missed by Faustino. That leaves the net wide open for Lick the Dust to get his goal. We're up. Go-Goers are up 2-0 in this match. Alright, it's anyone's set at this point. Professor Pie pushing it to his teammate. He's going to follow through with an aerial. Going to go off the corner. It's Horty Gotcha, the one that's going to be able to grab it here. Snowboarding missing the stall here. Team bump on the Go-Goers. Professor Pie going to progress this one. Barely doesn't really get the bounce he wanted. I think he was trying to see if he could get it off the wall. Now it's off the backboard. Faustino gonna get a good clear here. Snowboarding barely missing it. We have Lick the Dust versus the entire roster of the Dads. Yeah, we've got 2 goals for Christian. That's awesome. He's doing wonders right now for his team. He has the second most goals on his team for the season so far. So that's been fun to see how he's been able to break out in this game. Snowboarding, trying to get it past Horty Gotcha here, rocking the Finnick. I like that car a lot. Professor Pie, that's a bit off. Let's see if Faustino can grab it. No, Professor gonna push it to the other side now. It's a pretty decent setup. He's gonna go for it. Faustino getting a pretty clutch clear there, and he's gonna keep pushing forward. Accidentally centers it, but Horty Gotcha is there. Takes that as a pass. Professor, can you pick this one up? He's got Where Are Your Dads? They're all swarming him. Like dads at a Home Depot. Professor gonna clear this one right into the wheels of Faustino. Now snowboarding. And now it's Horty Gotcha. We're playing pinball. And it goes into the goal. They're tied 2-2 here with 2 minutes and 43 seconds remaining. Oh. So close. Professor Pie almost had that save too. That was really close. Alright, this ball is slowly approaching Horty Gotcha. He whiffs it. Faustino though, not whiffing it. It's pretty good clear. Faustino gonna follow through, get the full clear onto the other side of Team Go-Go, but Professor trying to get it out. It's center field right now. Snowboarding's gonna pick this one up. Pretty decent 50-50 for Professor. Horty Gotcha though, there to collect. I like that. This ball's centered. Professor Pie finding the shot. Aligns it right with that corner there. Perfectly getting it in. Good job. Look at that. Right place, right time. Before it even hits the ground, he's there to get it. Good job. I love to see that kind of play. Predicting where the ball's going to go, that is when you really start to get good. And this shot, barely off the crossbar. Professor there to clean it up. Faustino trying to go for a shot of his own. It's a bit wide. Horty Gotcha though, also a bit too wide to the other side. Professor going to get almost the clear. Mason your face pushing it to the other side now. Okay, there we go. That's the clear we need for Go-Go. It's off the corner on the side of the Dads. And it's centered. Horty though, not going to miss that one. Professor back pass. This net is open. Can we get it stopped? We get a great demo to kill that breakaway. Snowboarding gonna gain control, not before Mace gets a pretty good bump. Yeah, Gotcha almost got that pinch off the corner there to get that center. Professor Pi, another great placement of where he was. His position has been really good. This shot is on. The goal goes to the right. Excellent shot for Lick the Dust. That's his third goal. Really good power too, 98 kilometers per hour for a pretty basic shot over the top of all the defenders to the other side. Professor Pi is playing a lot more on the ground this game. This is the first game that we've been able to watch live. The first game I've seen of Professor Pi and his go-goers. So is he pretty... Uh-oh. That shot goes in for Gotcha. Pretty patient too on this drive. Goes for it. Ostino almost gets it too, but Gotcha just kind of taps it in there. I wonder if Ostino being in the air kind of confused the defenders, but maybe we'll see as the series goes on, Professor Pi getting in the air a little bit more, because you know he has the most shots in the league right now. I want to see that prowess, and there we have it. Excellent shot selection by Professor Pi. Might be listening, and he's like, well, I guess I gotta boost my offense and get these shots, or else I'm gonna be letting down my stats and my fans. I don't know what he's thinking. I'd like to think that's what he's thinking. Professor Pi again off the corner. It's a pretty decent setup if he can get to it. Gets team bumped. It's a shot. It's easily saved by Mace and his dad. Right, good delay for Professor Pi. Lick the Dust gonna go for this one, barely missing it, but Gotcha with his shot is a bit wide. This ball barely rolls across the crossbar. Ostino though, let's see what he can do. His shot is open. It's too wide though. 5-3, 10 seconds. It's looking like this game is gonna go to Team Go-Go. That's exactly what happens. This series has gone 2-1 in our best of 7 tonight. This is why it's the game of the week. It's super close. We have so many people pitching in for Team Go-Go. Look at this. Professor Pi doing his stuff. He's found his stride here in game 3 and taking great shots. Most of his shots went in. Also got 2 assists for Lick the Dust. Lick the Dust getting 3 goals and an assist of his own. And snowboarding, he's getting up there. You know, the stats don't show it, but he's getting some pretty decent clears, some good challenges, and some 50-50s. I'm really enjoying watching him, too. On the side of the dads, Mace, not really having much of an offense this match. He did have 2 shots, but he had a really good save. We'll have to see if he can get into the faces of the go-goers a little bit more. But, yeah, this is the first loss we've seen in a while for the dads. I can't remember the last time we've seen them lose a game, but here they lost game 3 against Team Go-Go. We'll have to see if Go-Go has cracked the dads open. I don't know. We'll have to see. Oh my gosh, I forgot to save the replay. Okay, we'll save it. I'm gonna write it on a sticky note this time. Gotcha. Pushing it down the side. Lick the Dust puts it center field, kind of risky, but no one's really there to collect. Okay, replay. Okay, wrote it down. Snowboarding, Ostino. Kalai here to create a pinch to push it down the side. This is an open goal, but Lick the Dust there just in time to get that clear save. May's gonna try and keep it on the side of Team Go-Go. He's definitely being a lot more aggressive here in game number 4. By the way, this series is 2-1. Let me update the info. Actually, I can't, but 2-1 right now in this set. That shot barely getting saved by Ostino with another. We actually didn't see a lot of aggression, or physicality rather, in game number 3, but here in game number 4, it's starting to pick up again with another demo by the dads. This creates a lot of space for the dads to work with here offensively, but both their shots just too wide. This one's on goal, but it's super slow, making an easy dead on arrival shot for Team Go-Go to save. Gotcha though, goes again. Just so much aggression. They had all of our goers pinned into their own net. They couldn't really get it clear to work with to get out. Perhaps a challenge could have helped them there. They could have been boost starved, and that's why they didn't feel confident enough to go for that save. This is stalled. Mace in your face going for a shot. It's a bit too high and wide, but if it would have went in, Professor would have saved it anyways. He gets the save. It's marked in the stats now. This ball floating in the air. Professor gonna try and get the angle. He was super close. Mastino pushing it to Horty. Gotcha. Professor there, the challenge. Mason Horty colliding to get this clear past two of the go-goers. It's a breakaway. It's only snowboarding, but the shot and the dribble is just a too wide. And this shot is centered. Hortigot's gonna go for it. It's still centered. The dad's colliding. It's still available. This shot is just rolling around, ladies and gentlemen. Lick the Dust gonna go for it again. Hortigotcha off the crossbar, and finally we get that shot to go in. Broken play leads to chaos between both teams. Ball was just rolling around, asking to be put in. Alright, let's see here. Professor Pie pushing it down. It is centered. I don't see any dads now. We do, but Professor Pie gets the shot. Pretty patient. Look at this guy. He's just patient, waits for it. He knows that he's got just enough time for the ball and the goal to line up with his card. 1-2 here in game number 4. Professor Pie in the air, like we've been wanting to see more of. And he gets demoed. Dads don't like to see him in the air. They're trying to punish him for being good. Double whiff here for both teams. Snowboarding gonna go for it. He gets a pretty decent center. No one's in the air to collect it. Professor Pie going for the shot, barely saved. And this shot goes to the top right. Lick the Dust being very opportunistic here. Second. Alright, Lick the Dust. Gonna collect this one off the wall. We got you now. Leads to a pretty decent center. Snowboarding just could not get to it fast enough. It goes off the backboard once again. Lick the Dust going for a shot. Professor Pie can't quite connect with it. Snowboarding. This is the shot. Just a bit too high, but Professor Pie there to collect it, but gets saved by Mace. That's a really clutch save for him. Minute and 30 seconds remain for both these teams here in game number, it's 4. Yeah, it is. This shot gets the flick by Professor, but couldn't quite get the clear. See, there's the flick. He was trying to flick it out of being centered in front of his own net, but just couldn't quite get the angle with his beautiful skyline there. All right, Professor, what are you gonna teach us with this one? Goes up for it, doesn't have enough boost, so what he taught us there is always rotate back if you don't have any boost. He gets the boost he wants, gets a pretty decent clear out of the corner there. Lick the Dust. Professor Pie gonna collide with him again, not from the air. And Lick the Dust going for it. Oh, it gets demoed though. There's the aggression we've been seeing quite a bit for the dads in most of the games that they've played. I think they're probably one of the most physical teams in the league right now. Lick the Dust getting his 3rd save of this game. They're pushing it downfield. No one really there to follow up except for all the dads. Off the wall, gets a good redirect off his own bounce. This leaves the net open for a shot, and it counts has a pool shot and a long shot. Look at that redirect. Goes off the wall, follows through with that great prediction of where it's going to go, and he runs into Hortigaccia, who barely tips the ball back into the net. Beautiful play. Lick the dust. Pushing it upfield. See if Professor can get to it. He's going for a center. Goes over 2 defenders. Ostino there. Last line of defense there to become the last brick able to save that shot. 3-3. Are we going to overtime? Let's see what these guys can do. Dads are being super aggressive. It's a shot. Now we have some time, but Professor trying to get it pushed forward, accidentally pushes it into the ground. With the dust, and Hortigaccia can collide off of this one. First overtime of the set. These guys very evenly matched right now, it seems like. This shot gets defended by Professor. We need a full clear here. It's center field right now. Shot is a bit too wide. Professor there once again to get it clear. Ostino barely missing that shot. Hortigaccia missing it too. Ostino trying to rotate back fast enough. Professor barely missing that shot off the left post. Ostino, it's his turn. Misses the clear. Hortigaccia and Lick the Dust collide to get that ball. Still pressured on the side of the Dads. Goes off the crossbar. Snowboarding gonna try and keep it in play. Trying to follow through. Ostino there. Professor gonna kick it up for his team. It's like Mace looking to get this center. It's a bit too high. Professor gonna pick it up. Hortigaccia reading that pretty well. Ostino's turn. It's centered. Just a bit too high off the crossbar though. Let's see. Professor Pie goes off the board. Ostino trying to get it set up for his team. Professor trying to keep it away from a shot here. Lick the Dust almost gets the full clear that we need. Both of the go-goers miss it. Professor Pie kind of watching that. Basically, they were just setting it up for him to get it lined up. And Snowboarding sets it up off the post for Professor to get their second win of the set. The Dads and Team Go-Go are tied in this set, 2-2. Oh my goodness, 2-2. Well, let's make a prediction here. In the chat, we're gonna make a prediction here. Who will win this set? Team Go-Go for blue, or we're your Dads for the red team. All right, we have 5 minutes. Put your prediction in now. I'm gonna save the replay, but you can put in a prediction with the chat. If you have channel points, you can kind of put your prediction on whoever you think is gonna win. Well, let's save this replay here. What an excellent replay. We're tied 2-2. I don't know. This is close. I really want to see how Team Go-Go has been able to get these guys kind of out of position, making the most of their shot selection, really punishing the Dads when they're all on the opposing side, not really being defensive. We've seen a lot of beautiful shots by Professor as well. I think that's part of it. Game 3, put your predictions in. We got a couple more minutes to get those in. See who's going to finish out the series with the win. Professor going for a shot off the post. Lick the Dust tries to follow up, but gets a good save by Hortigaccia. This ball is cleared and on the side of Team Go-Go. Mace in your face being extremely patient. Ball goes off the board into his wheels. We have 1,000 points for Team Go-Go. We have a lot of confidence in them. Got some more votes now being put in for the Dads. If you're a fan of the Dads, I know we have a lot of fans because we've broadcasted all of their matches, and this is the first time they've lost 2 matches. I don't even know if they've lost 1 match yet. They've been Can you guys know if it was all 4 O's for them? I'm not sure. I'll check after this game, but this is so incredibly close. Our first 2-2 series, this is the first time we've actually seen the series tied for a game. This is crazy. I'm enjoying this. Team Go-Go, really now they're feeling warmed up. They've got confidence flowing through their hydraulic cars. Ostino barely missing the shot. Professor, though, getting a pretty good short clear. Mason, your face. Ball goes right over him. Now he's going to elect to go for a dribble. Doesn't get the flick that he wants. This leaves Professor Pie to go for a shot. It's a little too wide. Makes Ostino there. Easy clear. All right, Ostino pushes it into the car of Professor Pie. And it's a pretty decent clear. It's still progressing. Snowboarding with a great 50-50 to keep it pushing forward. This shot is on goal. Lick the dust with another goal. I think you guys might be onto something, and we have 1,000 channel points for Team Go-Go. We're your dad's only 360 points for them. I don't know if you guys have been seeing this. We'll see what the dads can do to change. We remember in an interview, actually, with Mason Your Face, he had some really good points about how they're able to adjust and how they do some adjustments even in between matches, in between games and series. And that's what seems to be going on right now. They found a really good shot, made the most of it. See if that keeps going, see how they continue to change, adjust their play, adjust what they are trying to get out of these clears, what they're trying to get out of the centers. Maybe they're going to change how they center. We'll see what they do. Ostino and a go-goer colliding with the ball to pinch it to the other side. Now licked at us, barely missing it. And we got a full clear for Hortigotcha. It's on the side of Go-Go. Professor gets a very risky clear, but it worked. Now more aggression, a bump between Professor and Ostino is the key to more aggression. Professor Pie seeks out the bump that caused him to stop the play and just destroys Mason there. This shot is on goal. Barely puts it in. I thought it was going to hit the post for a second. Slider Man very confident for the dads right now. Well, they're really taking this game away so far. So we'll see if you're right. Got about 30 seconds remaining in your prediction. If you haven't made a prediction yet, feel free to put one in. It's just internet points. They have no value. So it's just a little fun thing to see if we can get it right. Right now the dads are just, they found an opening in the play of Team Go-Go and they are making the most of it here in game number 5. Pushing it to the side of Team Go-Go. Professor gets a decent clear. Ostino, though, gets a nice, decent pass to Mace. It goes off the crossbar, though. And this shot is out of here. Professor getting a pretty decent team pass to Snowboarding. Let's see who's going to follow up with it. Double commit for Go-Go, leaving Hortigotcha there to try and push it past. It was supposed to be Skyderman, but I spelt it wrong. Oh, hey. Hey, Skyler. Good to see you, man. Sliderman. Sliderman is kind of fun if you like burger style. Professor Pie pushing over both the defenders to the other side here. Oh my goodness. Hit the dust. Professor Pie trying to find it. He's got a lot of boost now. Ostino missing it. Mace and Professor pinch the ball together. Pushing it to the Go-Go's. Gonna try and keep this out of the wheels of the dads. Hortigotcha, this ball is centered. No one there to follow up, though. Mason Your Face was the closest, but he just couldn't get there in time. Now Professor's gonna try and dribble this one out. Great delay on that challenge for Ostino. That was much needed. Now Hortigotcha is an open goal, but gets the shot, gets defended, and then the second shot just barely goes off the crossbar there. Snowboarding gonna push this one down the field. Picking it up now. Horty going for the shot off the crossbar again. Now Mace barely missing the shot. It's 1-4. Let's see if Team Go-Go can create some miraculous confidence. They need some momentum right now if they want to get back here in game number 5. It's looking pretty grim with only 30 seconds remaining. That means they got to get roughly a goal every 10 seconds if they want to tie it up. That's pretty difficult. I'm happy to stream. It's been a true privilege to be able to watch these two teams duke it out. It's been close, but the dads seem to have found the correct adjustments here in game number 5. They just found a hole in the play, whether it was just being opportunistic in the shots that they had, or if maybe they found a weakness that they're just completely utilizing to their advantage. See a lot more aggression for Mace here. I think that's been a big tell. 7 shots for Hortigacha. He's back with his offensive prowess that we've seen in weeks prior. 7 shots. That's a lot of shots. Professor Pi, pretty low scoring match here, or game for Team Go-Go. All 3 of them have usually had quite a lot more points, usually double than what we see here. So I think rotational wise, they've been kind of missing out a little bit. Challenges have been pretty decent for both teams. So let's see how Go-Go, let's see how they adjust now. Do some counter adjustments. What kind of counter play are they going to go for here in game number 6? Our first ever broadcasted game 6. This series is 3-2 for the dads. The dads here, they have 2 opportunities to claim another victory to their stats for this season here in week number 4. Nick Williams, oh, you're already, I read the same notification. My bad. Thanks again for following. And by the way, we did get a new subscriber notification sound. It's probably my favorite thing I've ever created. So if you have Amazon Prime, feel free to listen to that sound effect. It's super fun. Now getting into game number 6, Professor Pi gonna try and center this. No one there to follow up. Lick the Dust barely missing the shot. Gets a pretty good angle, but just too far away from the ball. Lick the Dust gonna delay now. Professor Pi getting a really good rotation. He's in net. It's him versus Hortigacha. Professor with a good clear. Mostino with an excellent shot off the crossbar, though. Unfortunate. And another crossbar shot for Hortigacha. We need a clear here. Hortigacha keeping it in play. For the 3rd time, it goes off the crossbar. And Mace is going to pick this one up. My goodness. We had 3 crossbar shots there in a row. But the dads getting their first goal here in game number 6. Their first ever game number 6. Alright, Mace missing this corner clear. Mostino, though, he's going to get the clear. He's going to keep pushing it. Full control right now for the dads. Mostino going up for it again. That's a center. Good bump. Oh no, but it still goes in for Ostino. I was really admiring the bumps that Professor was putting onto the dads. But this ball, oh, it just goes off the Lick the Dust, our defender. Just barely in the wrong way when he goes for the clear. And it's stalled. Mace gonna go for it. It's on the side of Go-Go. And it's wide. Ostino barely missing it. He actually redirects it into his own goal. Hortigacha there with the clutch save. Now it's an open net for Team Go-Go. Ostino getting a demo too, so that no one can return in time to stop that ball from rolling right in. Barely gets that one in. Alright, Mace and Ostino one. Professor going up in the air. We want to see more. It's a shot on goal. 40 gotcha, getting a really good save there. All right, 40 going to gain control of this one. It's an open goal again for another easy shot. We still have 3 minutes remaining, but the dream seems to be dying out for Team Go-Go. They're the closest people to defeating an undefeated team thus far. Team Go-Go really close to getting the advantage here against the dads. Let's see if they can turn it around. Still have a lot of time to get 4 goals. They just got to find a stride of their own. And it is through clears and aggression at this point. Their defense is pretty solid. They just got to remember to rotate someone back when they're being aggressive. Professor Pie gonna push this one down to center field. Can't quite get the dribble going here. He's gonna still go up for it. Can't quite get the redirect. It's centered though. Snowboard gonna go for it. Miss it. That leaves Liquid Dust, the last man on defense here. Professor Pie though gets a good rotate back. A bit of some team bumps here. This shot goes off the post. It's gonna go off of Professor Pie to get a pretty good clear. 2 minutes remain. Need a goal every 30 seconds to tie this one up. Now Licked at Us with a really good challenge there in the air. This leaves Professor Pie to do some work. Almost gets a shot. That would have went in, I feel like, if 40 Gotcha had stopped in his tracks on the field there to get that challenge. Professor Pie tries to go for the redirect shot. Barely missing in there, just too wide. Now it's Ostino. He's been known to have some pretty clutch aggression, pretty clutch shots. This shot is a floater off the crossbar once again, but Licked at Us there to follow up. All right, this is the start. We need to see more of it. What is it with the crossbar in this set, ladies and gentlemen? This has been crazy. The crossbar has more saves than any of the other players. All right, it's centered. Snowboarding, trying to find a good angle here. Mace gonna go up for it though. Professor pushing it downfield. Ostino goes right into his car. All right, a good demo for Team Go-Go, but dads get their own demo, creating even more space for them to work with here as they get their breakaway. That makes this comeback a lot more difficult. But I've been able to look at the Team Go-Go here. They're doing some really amazing things. Still a minute remains. Weirder, crazy things have happened. Not that we broadcasted yet, but this could be the story. This could be the story that all YouTube videos talk about for the next millennium. We'll never know. Professor Pie gonna try and get rid of it. He doesn't have any boost to really keep pressing forward here, but Ostino gets a clear of his own. It's looking grim, but this shot is open. Great save for our keeper. All right, Professor Pie, my goodness, that was a good shot. Look at this. Snowboarding gets a pretty good setup. That was a really good pass. Now Professor Pie just making the most of that and shooting it right into the top part of our net there. 3 goals, 30 seconds. We've seen this story last game. We need a goal every 10 seconds. Professor Pie tries to get it. Oh, and he sets his car up. Did you guys see that? He rotated his car just enough so that when the defender hit it back for the challenge, Professor of Angles was ready to just hit it right back in. Can't quite get it cleared. Need to clear. Professor Pie's shot is just a 2-bit wide for this comeback to really finish out here. Unfortunate for Team Go-Go, but really a good story for them. A lot of fun stuff for them. Good job. That was fun to watch. I am so impressed with Team Go-Go. They're the first person that we've actually broadcasted that have put a couple games, that won a couple games of their own for against the dads. That was awesome. So, that's gonna be really fun to see how Team Go-Go progresses. Professor Pie not letting us down with stats, with his play. Really good shots. Too bad in the start we couldn't have seen him get himself going a little bit earlier, because he was on the ground, like one of our chatters mentioned earlier, that he was on the ground quite a bit in the early part of our set here. But Team Go-Go, they are definitely legit, like Ostino, really feeling him out in car. But yeah, it was a great series to watch, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at a game that Team Go-Go actually won, and let's see what went right for them. Congratulations to our dads, still undefeated. 3 teams, they're still undefeated here. Week 4 was a great display for that. We had pretty close game for these guys. The Revengers swept the team they played, I think. And our other undefeated team, the Florida Mooners, they won, but Vehicular Mayhem actually took a match off of them and made a couple other matches very close. So I'm really happy for Vehicular Mayhem to do that. That's fun to watch. But yeah, Revengers 4-0ing our Natural Born Losers here. Flip side, 4-0 Block It Like It's Hot. So good job for them. And then next week, we've got Scuff Station Gaming versus Flipside. Team Go-Go versus Block It Like It's Hot. And we're your dads versus Vehicular Mayhem. Oh, wait, no. That's week 1. My mistake, everyone. Let me find week 5 here. Week 5, we have Natural Born Losers versus Vehicular Mayhem. That'll be our game of the week. I really want to watch that, see who can get their first win of the season. Actually, Natural Born Losers have a win, but with Vehicular Mayhem, with their progression so far, we'll be able to see if they get their first win. Rangers versus Flipside, Florida Mooners versus Scuff Station Gaming. That'll be a really big test for both teams there. Florida Mooners, Scuff Station Gaming has really amped it up, and they found a really good strides with their play. Block It Like It's Hot and the dads that will be playing, and Team Go-Go versus the Agents. That'll be another fun one to watch. And then we have a bye week for Nervous Christians. So look forward to that. Let's jump into the analysis. Save the stream. Yes, I will. It'll be a VOD that you can access, Professor Pie, and you can try and get better with it. And we're going to actually jump into a review. And also, I do upload every match to YouTube. And I usually get them all uploaded by Sunday, so you can watch it there too. Let me get the link here. But yeah, here's the link. We get all the VODs uploaded, but definitely feel free to check it out. Now let's jump into a review here of game number 3, I believe it was. It was 4-3, very close game. Let's see what goes right for these guys. Let's jump to our first goal for the dads. See how it was set up. All right. So the dads get their goal, right? So Hortigotcha pushes it past. We got the dads back. We get a demo for Hortigotcha as he tries to progress it. Mace in your face in the right spot to pick it up. Pretty good rotation too. Watch this, everyone. Mace in your face goes for the ball as Hortigotcha rotates back for boost. And Austin is right back there just in case Team Go-Go gets a clear here that goes into their side. Now Snowboarding gets a really good clear, but that clear actually was a bit detrimental to Team Go-Go because it bounces off the wall right in front of Hortigotcha. And is that the goal that we get here? It actually goes off the post. But Mace in your face is going to keep it in play. Now look, Ostino being a really good 3-man. He's still back. On the part of the defense, we have pretty good defense here. Professor went for the challenge. He got the clear. Lick the Dust is in the back here waiting just until we get a full clear. Snowboarding is going to go for the clear here. He gets it. Lick the Dust, though, should have stayed back, unfortunately, but he still elects to go for it. And Professor, he's the one that actually has control of the ball right now. He pushes it off, but look how bunched we are. All 3 of our go-goers are right here. Now, what do you think happens if any of the dads get the ball and just go for a long shot in this open net? Well, is that what happens? All 3 of the go-goers, even though they were all clustered here, no one hits the ball. So it goes off the corner. Now the defense is scrambling to get back in net. And Hortigacha gets the shot. It was a great game. You know, I really enjoyed watching Professor for the, just talking to the chat, but you know, you guys did really good. I loved watching you guys. You guys had really good chemistry. I liked how many goals. I think it was Lick to Dust. He got a ton of goals himself too. So let's jump to the next goal for the dads here. Mason Your Face goes for the dribble. It's a bit too wide. Let's see where everyone's position is as this ball is still being progressed on the corner here. So we've got Lick to Dust. He actually is getting, I think he's returning from here from a previous play. If you actually jump forward, if you double jump forward, you're going to get to the net a lot faster. So that's an idea too. And so he's going to be the person on the back here. So what they can do is he can beeline it straight to the net. We can have a challenge here for one of these guys. They can go for the ball right now as it's being dropped onto the corner, as it's approaching the net here. We can have a challenge. If it doesn't work, you still have another person that go for a challenge too as it drops. But that way you're building that brick wall, right? Unfortunately, that's not what happens. We do get a challenge, but it's actually to their detriment. It centers the ball. Lick to Dust is in pretty good position here to try and go for it. Ends up hitting the floor though, unfortunately. So Hortigacha pushing it. Oh, this is that one where the ball just did not want to go in until it finally does. No, it doesn't. There we go. So basically it's, you know, you could look at the last 2 seconds of this and say, well, shoot, we didn't get the clear there. But if you look about 5 seconds to how that got there, where the ball was coming here, if you had gotten that challenge, that may not have happened. That entire play may not have happened. So now we're going to go to the first goal of this game that Team Go-Go get. Go-Go get. Alright, so it's on the side of Go-Go. Horty's missing it. Goes for boost. Professor, look at that. This is being opportunistic. See, we have a double commit for the dads here. Hortigacha even more out of position to get to this. This creates a huge breakaway for getting a big clear like that. Now everyone has to return. Everyone's trying to get back, but Professor, he had all the time in the world to get to that shot. So basically, what could the dads have done here? Well, communication is probably the biggest thing. It goes here. Hortigacha looks like he was gonna go for it, but then didn't. He was gonna maybe cherry pick here. But between Mason Your Face and Ostino, if we had some more communication between them to say, you know, maybe Austin was gonna go for it and he was gonna, like, he could have said in voice chat, hey, I'm gonna go for this one, and then Mace could have rotated back or vice versa. So let's jump to the next goal. Get a demo. It's on the side of Go-Go. Lick the Dust getting a really good clear here. That's a full clear because it's going to go, you know, it doesn't go up the wall, so nobody can challenge it in the center, in the midfield here. And Lick the Dust is still going to go for it even more so. But Mace, that was a pretty good bump to delay this play. Ostino right there. I think Ostino should be going for the challenge right now because Mace, he has some time to get into net himself and be that last line of defense while Ostino goes for the clear. Actually, teams bump each other. I think that is what Ostino was going to do, but Mace unfortunately didn't go to the net. He was still trying to get the clear for his team. So that kind of led to the ball being centered, and our guy Lick the Dust emerged a bit. Now let's jump to another goal of the dads. It's on their side right now. You'll kind of notice here that most of these goals have actually been off of clears. See, like last play we started on Team Go-Go. They get the clear, they get the breakaway, they get set up super quickly with their pace, and they get the shot. Now we're going to do that again, but this time it's the dads. It's on their side. They get the clear. Hortigacha is going to be the one to push it. Pretty good setup so far. Professor's there to challenge it. Lick the Dust is going to the net. Ostino's following very closely behind Hortigacha to try to follow it up. I think if he was more centered, maybe like right here, he could either go to here if it's challenged and stalled, or he could be ready for the setup for the center. But see, it still works for him because he's able to follow up after Professor gets the stall. And he centers it. Really good center. That was an amazing pass. I don't know if that was intentional, but he passed it right to Hortigachi to get the bicycle hit right in front of the goal. Now, part of the defense, Professor just barely missing the clear here. I'm not sure where his other two teammates went. I think they went for some clears as well, but they just didn't quite work out. Let's actually look at that. Where were our other go-goers? So Professor gets the stall. That's awesome. So right here, it's not fully cleared yet. So you can't start progressing yet. Okay, pretty good. I like this rotation here. This is perfect rotating for the go-goers. They Lick the Dust is going to try and follow up with a clear while snowboarding goes to the net. That's exactly what we want to see. But now it's approaching the center. And rather than being patient, snowboarding actually just tries to go for it here, which if you get that clear, that's amazing. But it's kind of risky. It leaves Professor the only one there, and he's not in a good position. It was really close, though. You almost got that clear. That was very close. All right, now let's go to another shot for Go-Go. It's in center field now. Mace just barely whiffing that one. Another whiff there. Professor there. He's going to be the one that gets the... This was a really cool shot. I actually want to go to his perspective here. And let's look at how he did this. This was a really cool shot. We're actually going to go to 50% and watch this. Mace missing it. Then we have another miss here. So he's gonna go for it. But watch, this is a really cool redirect. He goes for it and he's boosting. He's actually reading where the ball's gonna go, and then he just follows through. Really good. That was a really fun play to watch. So it's 3-3. We have a lot of saves, and actually it does record saves. So the ball was just pretty much going around. So this is in overtime now. Let's see what happens here and how it leads to a goal for Go-Go. So this ball on Go-Go side. Double commit there for Go-Go. I think, I'm not sure why the dads, all three of them, decided to try and go for this. Maybe they saw the whiffs here and they thought they could get something out, but Professor clears it above all three of them. So right here, what I want to see is Ostino get set up. Actually, Mace is the closest to the net, but he is also the closest to where the ball is going to the side. So Mace, I want to see him go to the net. Ostino, I want to see go for the challenge, and then I want Hortigacha to see if he can either rotate if Ostino gets the challenge or follow up on the challenge if he misses. So Ostino does go for that challenge, but Mace, not patient again. He was at the net right where he should have been to see it, wait for his teammates to react off of them. But he goes for it, and that actually ended up setting it up for these guys to get the goal. So just a bit of a defensive blunder. You know, it was 1:44 in overtime, so it was a long game. The longer the game, the more likely you are to make mistakes. But yeah, so those are some tidbits. Hopefully the Team Go-Go and the dads were able to pick something out to add to their play to get better. And anyways, it was a treat to watch you guys. Loved seeing it. Thank you so much. We're going to do our gratifications for some of the support that we got this stream. But thank you guys so much. Our next stream will be next week. I'm going to get everything uploaded here on YouTube by Sunday for your guys' viewing pleasure. We also, I played some games too and I played in a diamond tournament. It was really fun. And ended up going on a huge run in solo queue, and it was pretty fun. So that's on my YouTube right now if you want to watch it. If you got nothing better to do than watch people play video games, then go ahead and do that. If not, well, have a great rest of your night. I love doing this, so take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend too. And yeah, so thank you to Skylar Man, also known as Slider Man 15, and he did a sub, so thank you so much for that. I actually want to play it back again because I love my alert that I made. I love it so much. And then Jay Tostitos with a prime. The bird is awesome. Okay, guys. Well, that's what we got. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. Oh, oops, I must have played it twice. But thank you so much. I'm glad you guys like this. I'm going to keep doing it. And we got another sub by Professor Pi 11. Thank you so much. I appreciate the Prime sub. That is awesome. So we got 3 subs today, along with a follow by Skylarman, Nick Williams 2000, and Professor Pi. Thank you guys so much.